everybody, I'm Rusty Walker from the Walker Daniels Morning Show on the big 94.5 country, and for some reason they asked me to show you my favorite recipe. I am not a cook. Let me tell you, when I was growing up, I was the tomboy of the family, and so the kitchen was the last place I liked to be. But as you can tell, I didn't starve to death. So I learned how to cook along the way, and now my favorite thing is to look on Pinterest and find some fun recipes. My daughter and I love to pin some recipes and then get together on the weekend and make them. So the recipe that I'm going to show you today obviously is very simple because I'm not a cook, don't like to cook, not very good cook. It's an easy recipe, but I actually found it, it's on Pinterest, but I found it by creeping on Facebook and stumbled across the picture that just looked delicious. Now this is a fun little snack. It's a dessert snack, or you know, I could eat it as a meal. It is so delicious, and you should know that I have a sweet tooth, and this does everything for me. Absolutely love it. It's called Cupcake Puppy Chow. No, it's not for the dogs. It is the puppy chow that you were raised on as kids, at one of those favorite recipes that we like to throw together. And but this has a twist to it, and it is so delicious. I cannot stop eating it. So it's almost banned from my house. So I only make it every once in a while, because otherwise I just, you know, I'm licking the spoons and getting all the crumbs out of the bowl after it's all done. So I hope that you like it, okay? It's very sweet, very sweet. Let me warn you about that. The ingredients for this recipe calls from 4 toasted rice checks, or of course any brand that you'd like to use. Also, some of the best ingredients that God ever made, which is butter. Okay, it's got to have some butter. Because butter is not fattening enough, we're going to add some heavy whipping cream to the recipe. Along with that, we have some extracts, almond and butter flavoring, because we like to make it butter, and we don't of course want the butter to be alone, so butter's favorite dancing partner is chocolate. This is white chocolate, love that kind of stuff too. Last but not least, for some coloring, get some sprinkles. Now these are those hard little candy round sprinkles. They're not the little sugar crystals. They have a name, nonpareils, I don't know, but I call them birthday sprinkles. It's not the technical term. And last but not least, sugar. Powdered sugar. Lots of powdered sugar. Okay. So let's start making this cupcake puppy chow. Did I tell you that I don't cook? Yeah. I can follow the recipe, thank goodness. So learning how to read, obviously, very important. First thing we want to do is, in a saucepan over medium heat, is to melt our butter. So I already have the amount of butter out, which is a 1/4 cup, and putting it right in there. I also need something to stir this stuff with. This looks good enough, doesn't it? Thanks, Hy-Vee, for letting us use your kitchen too. Otherwise, I would have to have professional cleaners come to my house before I could show you my kitchen and make that happen. So we're melting the butter, letting it melt just a little bit, pushing it down. After that, we're going to, of course, get the cream, so I'll go ahead and get this started before, but I don't have a measuring cup. Oh, there's a measuring cup in the kitchen. Imagine that. This is a great kitchen. So what we need is our cream, which it calls for, how much? Oh, 3 tablespoons, so not very much. That's where I got the tablespoon out earlier. So use 3 of these. Oops, maybe a little more than 3. Who's counting? We also want to get our extract ready to go. And this is just going to take some little teaspoons of the extract. So let's get out a teaspoon. And get that ready. What does that say? A teaspoon! I lucked out on that, didn't I? Without having to put my glasses on. So let's get these guys ready. How's that butter come along? He's melting. I probably have that a little too hot. turn Mr. Butter down a little bit. We don't want him to get upset. So I always make sure that the butter is almost all the way melted before I add the chocolate, white chocolate and the other stuff to it, just so there's no lumps and everything gets buttered equally. Because who doesn't want to be buttered equally? I mean, come on. I want everything to be fair here. So my butter is nice and melted. I'm going to go ahead and add, this is 10 ounces of white chocolate candy melt or pure white chocolate. This bag contains 12 ounces. So those other 2 ounces I usually eat. See? You can't throw it away. What are you going to do with 2 ounces? Okay. And now, we're melting. And we're eating. Love it. The recipe says this needs to be thick and buttery. Sounds like a winner to me. We gotta make sure that all those little morsels are all melted together. One big gooey, buttery, chocolatey, yum concoction. Doesn't that, you just want to dive in that and swim around in it? Oh my goodness. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the whipping cream. Make sure that that's not getting too hot. We don't want to scorch anything, which I've done many times in my life with recipes. I do have a sign in my kitchen that says dinner will be ready when the smoke alarm goes off. That's based on a true story. Or actually my daughter got that for me for Christmas because that was our one of our running jokes when she was little. If she heard the smoke alarm, she knew that dinner was ready. Seriously. Okay, it calls for 1 teaspoon of each of these. This is brand new, obviously, so let's see if I can get this going. And I think this is a great recipe that your kids can help you on because this is the only cooking involved. Everything else is just mixing. That's why I can do it. Okay, there goes the almond extract and the butter extract. So we want to, again, stir it up. Now it's gonna look buttery and it's gonna look just like maybe a little too oily. But that's okay. That's what we want. I like that it's not sticky. So what we're going to do next is, I've already taken our 4.5 cups of rice chunks and put it in a bowl here. And I'm going to pour it right over there. I kind of learned the hard way not to pour the whole thing over at once. So, oh, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and start. You kind of want to fold it over. Try not to crunch the cereal up. Evenly share all that gooey, white, buttery loveliness. It's mixed. Oh, doesn't that just look greasy and delicious? Oh my gosh. It kind of has that look because, of course, it's white chocolate with the butter, so you're like, is that all just milk and butter? But the chocolate is going to grab a hold of the sprinkles and the powdered sugar, and then there's going to be heaven in your mouth. This stuff is so good. I had to make, the first time I made it, I was gonna bring it to work and share it with everybody. It didn't make it out of the house. So then I made it, we were having a girl night. We were gonna binge watch a bunch of Outlander with me and a bunch of girls. So I'm like, oh, I'll bring that, I'll make that to a snack. And they're coming over to my house. I made one group of it, and I had to make two because I ate so much. Anyway, I learned that one of the fun things to serve this is to get some of those little Dixie cups, or, you know, like a red Solo cup, and just make those into servings. That way I don't just sit with a whole bowl and, you know, go. Okay, so after you've stirred this in, now we get to add the sprinkles. So we're gonna fold in our sprinkles. 2/3 cup, so a lot of sprinkles. And it makes it so pretty. You wanna wait just a few minutes after you put the chocolate mix in there, so you don't want the sprinkles to lose all their color. At some places you can find sprinkles in selected colors, like if you're having a themed birthday party or something and you just want pink or yellow, or say it's a, is there purple on there? There is a purple on there. If it's a K-State party or KU party, so you can make it themed if you'd like. I like it all nice and colorful, so add some more sprinkles in there. Isn't that fun? Look how festive that is. And you're like, how could it get any more festive? Well, you just wait till we put the powdered sugar on it. Or put it in the powdered sugar, I should say. So we're mixing. Oh, I smell the chocolate and the butter. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Somebody needs to make this and manufacture it and like sell it at the movies or something. Or maybe they don't. No, don't ever do that because I'd make myself sick on this. Okay, looks like we're doing really good with getting it nice and even. I love all the colors. The sparkles are so pretty. Look at that. Love it. Okay, now here's another fun part that you can have the kids help you with. You take a giant bag and put your powdered sugar. It takes 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and put it into a giant bag. Instead of trying to put the powdered sugar into the mix and get that even, the recipe called for putting it into a giant bag. I'm kind of a messy non-cooker, so this helps with my mess. Otherwise, I would have powdered sugar. It would just be a cloud coming out of my windows of my house. So you put all that in there and seal it up, and this is one of the times that the kids can help you, and they will love this. You shake it up. This is the way I cook it. Trash, bah, there it goes. It's in my way. Look at that. See how easy that is? Mr. Cameraman, is that easy? It's easy. Oh my gosh. This could be illegal in some countries. So, shake it all up and you make it, it's so easy to do that. I almost want to put more powdered sugar in there just to, because my addiction. Okay, so then we just need some kind of serving bowl or something. This looks like a good one to me. Cupcake puppy chow. Look at that. So the holidays are coming up. Maybe you could just do red sprinkles or just green sprinkles. Maybe just yellow and orange for Thanksgiving, and then the green and or red for Christmas. Take little cups, little Dixie cups or those smaller plastic cups, pour it in there. You can wrap it, make a little twist on the top with plastic, and give it as a gift. Make sure that you include the recipe though, because they are going to love it. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Thanks you guys for hanging out and learning this new recipe. Would love to hear your comments about it. I hope that you get to do this with your family, your children, and enjoy it as much as we do. And thanks again for watching, and I'll be with you on the Big 94.5 Country Walker Daniels Morning Show.